Imagine a brand new SUV that looks like a Tesla Model Y competitor, except it goes farther on a charge, gives you luxury features Tesla doesn't, and costs almost half the price. Sounds fake, right? Well, it's not. This is the Onvo L60, NIO's brand new sub-brand SUV. And let me tell you, the outside will catch your eye, but the real shock comes when you see what's inside. Let's start with the looks, because honestly, this thing doesn't scream budget car at all. At the front, you've got a clean, grille-less design, very EV, very modern. The split headlight setup is straight out of the premium SUV playbook. Slim DRLs running across the top, and the main beams tucked neatly below. It looks sharp, confident, futuristic, almost like a toned-down version of the NIO ES6, but sleeker. From the side profile, it's clear this is aimed squarely at the Tesla Model Y crowd. Same coupe-like roofline, same proportions, but here's the thing, the L60 looks less bulbous, more athletic. The roof gently slopes back but doesn't kill headroom like some coupe SUVs. It feels like someone took the Model Y silhouette, sanded off the awkward bits, and added some flair. The door handles? Flush. The wheels? 19 to 21 inches depending on trim, with that futuristic turbine vibe that just screams efficiency and style. And the wheelbase? Longer than the Model Y, which means more space inside. We'll get to that. Now, let's clear something up. The rear end doesn't have one of those full-width light bars that everyone's copying these days. Instead, the L60 keeps it clean and minimal. Slim LED taillights on either side, connected by a simple, uncluttered rear design. No fake vents, no nonsense, just sharp, confident geometry. Honestly, it's refreshing. Overall, it looks like a car that could easily wear a $60,000 badge. But spoiler alert, it doesn't come close to that number. Which looks better to you, this L60 or the Tesla Model Y? Drop your vote in the comments. I'm curious if America's still going to defend Tesla here. Now here's where my envy really kicks in. Step inside the Onvo L60 and immediately you realize this isn't just another budget-friendly SUV. The outside might have impressed you, but the inside, that's where it gets downright unfair. The first impression hits like a luxury lounge mixed with an Apple store. The cabin is minimalist yet warm, with soft touch panels running across the dash, subtle ambient light strips and air vents so seamlessly integrated into the trim that you almost don't notice them until they come to life. Everything feels calm, uncluttered, and premium, and you're left asking the same question everyone does. How on earth is this car under 30 grand? The centerpiece of the cabin is a massive 17.2-inch central display that puts Tesla's screen to shame. It's brighter, sharper, and runs on NIO's Sky OS software, which is buttery smooth with no lag or clunky menus, just clean animations and instant responses. Navigation, climate, entertainment, seat settings, all controlled from here, like the cockpit of a spaceship. But here's where the Onvo L60 really flexes. The augmented reality heads-up display. Instead of glancing sideways at the screen, your directions, lane guidance, and speed literally float on the road ahead of you, like something straight out of a video game. Behind the steering wheel sits a slim digital driver's display. Minimalist, but just enough to show what you need without clutter. And then there's the voice assistant. NIO fans will know about NOMI, their digital AI companion, and while the L60 gets a simplified version, it's still leagues ahead of anything in a Western EV. You don't have to yell commands like with some clunky voice systems. This assistant just understands you. Say, turn down the AC, and it does it instantly. Ask for the nearest Starbucks, and the navigation already has it queued. It doesn't feel robotic. It feels conversational, like the car is actually paying attention to you. Compared to Tesla's voice controls, this feels like stepping 10 years into the future. But all the flashy tech wouldn't mean much if the seats weren't up to the mark, and here the L60 goes above and beyond. The front seats are fully power adjustable, heated, ventilated, and on higher trims, they even come with a massage function. Yes, massage seats in a car cheaper than a Toyota Camry. The rear seats are just as impressive, with generous legroom thanks to the long wheelbase, reclining backrests, their own USB-C ports, and a fold-down armrest that actually feels premium. Overhead, the panoramic glass roof turns the entire cabin into an airy, cinematic space. Daytime drives feel bright and open, nighttime drives feel almost magical.
The materials are another surprise. You expect corners to be cut in a 28K SUV, but instead you get soft touch panels on the dash and doors, leatherette or suede seating options, clean stitching, and ambient lighting that can transform the mood of the cabin at the tap of a finger. Western brands love charging thousands for trivial upgrades like seat colors or lighting packages, but here it's standard or available for a fraction of the price. And then you start noticing the little conveniences everywhere. Wireless charging pads in the front and rear, multiple USB-C ports so no one has to fight over charging, a dedicated climate control panel for the back seats, and even built-in 5G connectivity so you can stream Netflix on the go without a hiccup. Over-the-air updates don't just fix bugs, they actually add new features, meaning the L60 can get smarter as it ages. The best way to sum up the feeling of sitting inside this car is simple. It feels like cheating. It feels like you've paid for a hot dog and walked out with a home theater system. Massage seats, a panoramic roof, premium materials, an AI assistant, and tech that rivals luxury EVs 3 times the price? All in a car starting under $30,000. It's the kind of interior that makes you laugh out loud, because deep down you know automakers in the West could do this, they just don't want to. All right, what about family duty? The Onvo L60 is basically Model Y sized, but with a longer wheelbase so you get more room inside. 5 full seats with a flat floor. Trunk space, 540 liters behind the rear seats, over 1,400 liters with seats folded. That's road trip plus Costco run plus kids soccer gear all in one. Cabin storage, smart cubbies everywhere, wireless charging pads in the front and rear, cup holders big enough for American-sized drinks. It's like NIO actually thought about families instead of just tech bros. Okay, here's the nerdy stuff. The Onvo L60 is pure electric, built on NIO's NT3 platform. You get battery options, 60 kilowatt-hour pack, around 345 miles CLTC, real world maybe 270, 280. 90 kilowatt-hour pack, up to 510 miles CLTC, real world around 400. And yes, eventually it'll be compatible with NIO's insane 150 kilowatt-hour semi-solid battery, which means 620 miles on paper. Charging? Ultra-fast DC, 10 to 80% in 30 minutes. But the real flex is battery swapping. Roll up to a NIO station, car swaps your empty pack for a full one in 3 minutes. No waiting, no stress. Performance-wise, it's no sports car. Single motor rear-wheel drive to 65 in around 6.5 seconds. Quick enough for daily life, safe enough for merging onto freeways, and smooth as butter. All right, drum roll time. How much for all this? Here's where it gets wild. In the US, a Tesla Model Y starts at $44,000 before options. By the time you add anything, you're easily over $50K. But the Onvo L60 in China? Just $21,000. $21,000. That's cheaper than a Toyota Camry, cheaper than a Honda Accord. For a premium EV SUV with this much tech and range, that's insane. And that's why America should feel jealous. Now, don't think it's just flash with no substance. Safety's a big deal here too. The L60 comes with NIO's Aquila sensor, cameras, radar, LiDAR depending on trim, giving you ADAS Level 2+ features like adaptive cruise, lane centering, auto emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and traffic jam assist. Structurally, it uses high-strength steel with aluminum for rigidity. NIO has done well in crash tests before, and they're aiming to keep that record. Bottom line, it's not just cool, it's safe enough for the family run. But here's the catch. Will it ever come here? NIO hasn't confirmed US launch plans for Onvo, and even if they did, there's the whole question of tariffs, politics, and whether Americans would actually trust a 21K Chinese EV. Would you? Because, yeah, it's cheap and packed with features, but can it survive American roads, service expectations, and long-term ownership? That's where the debate gets spicy. So here's the takeaway. The Onvo L60 is a 21K SUV that makes the Tesla Model Y look old, overpriced, and under-equipped. It's proof that China isn't just competing, they're winning. But now it's your turn. Future family car or future flop? Would you buy it if it landed in the States? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And of course, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell, because next time we're diving into another Chinese car that's about to make Western automakers sweat even harder. This is Wheel Factor, signing off.